I've been talking to a lot of men recently in my community and also outside of my community. And I could see a pattern of lies that they were telling themselves. And these lies are prisons if you never question them. And I believe there are so many lies that men tell themselves that pull them away from their masculine core. And that's why I felt inspired to make this video to share a few of these lies with you. And the first one that I want to share with you is don't be aggressive. The lie of don't be aggressive. It's bad to be aggressive. Whenever I use the word aggression or something along the lines of that in a conversation with someone, I could see how triggered people get. Like, it's crazy. People often tell me, like, oh, it's too intense, it's too much, you're hurting people, why do you need to be aggressive? They immediately shut it down. And maybe you've experienced this in your past as well. Whenever you showed some kind of aggression in your life, immediately people shut it down. And then you start running around with stories as in, oh, it's bad to be aggressive. Oh, I can't be aggressive. This is wrong. And you start to repress this energy. And repressing aggression is so dangerous because it can come out in ugly ways. And I also believe that aggression is a fundamental part of the core of the masculine. We are aggressive at our core. And when people hear me talk about aggression, they think that I walk around the street punching people, starting fights, cursing at people, disrespecting them. But this is not the aggression that I'm talking about. We can, distinguish two types of aggression. One is coming from a more reactive kind of energy. So whenever something happens in your life, something happens or someone says something to you and you feel out of control. And the only way to get back in control for you is to overpower that person or to overpower that situation with aggression. And I believe this is weakness. This is coming from a place of insecurity and weakness. But you also have a controlled aggression. And this is coming from a grounded place where you choose to be aggressive. And this is a powerful form of aggression. Because if you look at the etymology, for example, of aggression or being aggressive, and this is where the word stems from. The definition, the meaning of this word is to step towards something, to approach, to move forward, to attack. Like, it's a very positive definition. And this is what's so powerful about the masculine. We are able to force things to happen, regardless of the resistance that's there. We are able to create something out of nothing if we aggressively pursue our goals, pursue our dreams, pursue our dream physique, whatever it is. Aggression is a superpower. And I'm not saying to create 24/7 from aggression, but most men are allowed to be more aggressive in their lives. Because it doesn't mean that they're hurting people. It just means that it's the energy in which you're approaching your goals and in ways that you force things to happen and you create in life. So don't repress this kind of energy. Don't believe this lie. Second lie, this one is a bit more controversial, maybe. And it's along the lines of your value as a man is determined by the level of success that you have. The amount of men that I talk to that are anxiously sharing with me that, oh, I'm not a valuable man because I can't fully provide it for my family and my partner and all of these things. I'm not financially free yet. And they're just anxiously creating their business or their finances. And this idea that you are your success, I think it's not serving people at all. You are not the number in your bank account. It doesn't determine your value or the amount or quality of women that you have in your life or the six-pack that you have or the amount of weight that you can lift. It doesn't determine your value as a man. I believe the value of a man is by who you are with or without the success. Like, you can be an asshole without any money and you can make a shit ton of money, but then you're just an asshole with a lot of money. It doesn't change who you are. And I don't care about your success. If you're an asshole, I don't want to be around you. I don't want the people that I care about to be around you. I don't care how big your six-pack is. I don't care how much zeros you have in your bank account. How do you treat other people? How do you treat strangers? How do you treat the staff in a shop? How do you deal with hardships? Do you approach this from a place of a grounded place? From a loving place, from a place of positivity? Or are you complaining and bitching about your situation and all negative? This determines your value as a man. It's about the man that is holding the success. And I'm not saying that, like, go create as much money as you want, go do all the external stuff, but don't give the external stuff the control over you and your value as a man. It can only add to who you are. The money, your health, the fitness, everything can only add to the value of a man that you already are. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to create all these things to be of value. You can be the person already. So that's the second lie that I wanted to share with you. The third one is just be yourself. And this is frustrating advice that people tell you. You just have to be yourself. You're perfect the way you are. The women of your dreams is waiting for you if you're just yourself. The right business opportunities will come your way. You don't have to change. Just be yourself. And this is often advice that you don't tell yourself, but other people are telling you this. Society, school, family, they tell you to just be yourself. Don't change. Because most people around you are uncomfortable with you changing. They can see in themselves that they are unable to change, and they want to put this perspective onto you. They are scared to change. I believe it's in our nature, our human nature, to change and evolve. And if you reject this nature, something feels out of alignment. And you can already tell in your life, you're not getting the things that you want if you're just yourself. It's important to keep growing, to keep evolving, to develop more competency in any area of your life. Now, what's also funny about this lie, I would love to spend an hour on this lie in itself, because there's so much to unpack here. But just to approach it from a more philosophical angle as well. How do you know when you are yourself? When are you yourself? Who are you? How would you answer that question? Who are you? Like, it's impossible to answer that question. And whatever answer you give me, I can already tell you it's made up. It's just a story. This is not who you are. You are not the country that you grew up in. You are not your height. You are not your body. You are not your profession or your career. You are not a brother. You are not a son. You are not a father. You are not your name. Like, my name is Joy, but this is because the name is given to me. And I choose to identify with the name, but this is not who I am. And these are all constructs. Who you are is simply a product of all the stories that you believe about yourself. That's who you are, but they're all made up. And we believe in all these constructs as a father, a son, a brother, or I'm a coach, this is my name. We believe in these stories and constructs because we need to function in society. If we completely let go of all of this, like, it would completely derail society. That's why we have these constructs. That's why they serve a purpose. But this is not who you are at the core. And it's important that you disconnect from this. And I don't want you to just fall in a deep black hole as in, oh, I don't know who I am. How do I answer this question? But the reason why I'm sharing this angle, this philosophical angle, is if everything that you think you are, introvert, extrovert, doesn't matter, is made up, that means there's a blank slate. That means there is a blank canvas that you can paint on whatever you want. You can choose who you are. It's not, oh, just be yourself. I choose who the fuck I am. That's the power. That's you taking control back. You have a choice in how you create yourself. So don't believe the lie of just being yourself and everything that's meant for you will come your way. Like, you need to go out there and create. So that's the third one. The fourth one is you have to be a lone wolf. And this one I believed for such a long time. And actually, this was also coming from a place of fear when it comes to me. Because I was afraid to ask for advice, to ask for help, to ask for support. I thought this was coming from a place of weakness. Like, I can't be vulnerable. I need to be strong. I need to be able to do everything by myself. That makes me a competent man. That makes me a valuable man if I do everything by myself. But I actually believe the opposite is true. It's weak if you're afraid to ask for help. That's weakness. If you're not able to ask for advice or for support or any of those things. If you're afraid to be vulnerable, that's coming from a place of insecurity because you don't want to Ask a question, because maybe you're rejected. Maybe someone else will see how incompetent you are. Maybe someone else will see like, oh, he's not a valuable man because he doesn't know what to do. Like all of these stories, it's insecurity. And that's coming from a place of weakness. I believe it's coming from a place of strength if you're able to own your reality and just ask, to boldly request for what you want. And if you need support, if you need help. That's the real strength. And I believe when people talk about a cheat code in life and how to grow fast and how to get more success faster, the real cheat code is people. I've experienced most growth and most success in conversation with other people. When being around the right mentor, the right coach, the right teacher or whatever, the right friend. And they enrich my experience of life. The memories I create with them, they shift my paradigm completely. They dissolve what I believe to be true about myself and the world, and they raise my vibration almost. They put me in a different level. And I saw the world differently. They support me. Sometimes they make me feel safe as well. They hold me accountable. That's the power of people around you. Your network is your net worth. So this is also why I created the Brotherhood, where like-minded, ambitious individuals come together from all over the world, because we're all going through the same things. We're all walking the same path in different contexts. We're all pursuing all these external successes, which are fun, which are amazing. But what all these men in the group, in the community, and the Brotherhood have in common, they know they have a deeper purpose here. They are meant for more, and they want to create an impact in the world. They're not only focused on the external successes, they are focused on the man that they are becoming, the man that is holding the success. That's what it's all about. The man that you are becoming. And so that's what we focus on in the community. If you're interested to apply, you can click on the link in the description below and we can schedule a call together. The fifth lie that a lot of men tell themselves is that they are a victim. Like, you are a victim. And this is a strong word. So maybe you immediately think, oh, I'm not a victim. But you have no idea how many people are a victim and are stuck in this victim mindset. The moment you point that finger outwards to something else, to someone else, is the moment you give responsibility away and power away to that thing. That you can't do this, you can't pursue this because of this. And things that I hear from men, for example, is I can't approach this beautiful girl on the street because of the Me Too movement. I can't take action because of my trauma. I can't pursue this because of the country I grew up in, because of my age, because of all of these things. That's the moment you are stuck in the victim mentality or a loser's mindset. The moment you point with a finger outside of you and you're not getting what you want out of life because you believe all the stories that something or someone is holding you back, because you're giving responsibility away. And I don't care how much evidence you have, how true all of these things are that are holding you back. You might have experienced a lot of trauma. You might be in a country that is not giving you the opportunities that you desire. All of these things might be true. How is believing all of this serving you? How is this moving you towards your goals? Like, it doesn't. So why even bother focusing on these stories? It reminds me of this Scooby-Doo meme where something is haunting him, this ghost. And when he finally faces the ghost, he pulls the mask off the ghost. And that's when he sees himself. And that's the man that you want to hold accountable. You want to look in the mirror and create a change. You want to look in the mirror and hold that man accountable for all the things that you have or don't have in life. So don't believe all of this victim stuff, that the world is against you, that they're out to get you, that everything is holding you back, because it's not true at all. It's only true because you believe it to be true. And the last lie that I want to share with you is that money is not important. What I see a lot of men say something along the lines of that they're here for a higher purpose, especially men with a heart of service that want to impact the world and change the world in a positive way. They don't focus on money. They want to focus on impact. And they completely reject this topic of money. But at the same time, from the inside, they are frustrated with the lack of money that they're creating, with the financial stress that they are experiencing. So this is a trap that and a lie that I believed also for a long time. A trap that I fell into is that I thought my goals and my ambitions are way higher than money. Money goals are below me. And you can hear how arrogant that sounds, to think that money goals are below me and that I'm better than this. But at the same time, I'm frustrated with the amount of money that I'm making and not making. So you have to own up to the fact that money is important. It doesn't determine your value as a man, like I said earlier, but it is an important tool in this world. It moves, it makes things happen. You can serve your purpose so much more powerfully if money becomes a top priority in your life. If you have the money to back this up. Money is not something that stands in between you caring about people or your ability to serve them. Because a lot of people from also spiritual communities believe that money is evil in some kind of way. So many of us have a bad relationship with money, which is also the reason why we're not creating the money that we want in life. So don't believe this lie as in that the external things are not important, and especially money is not important. Make it a top priority in your life, but don't attach your value as a man to it. So these are a few quick lies that I wanted to share with you. And I'm also curious to hear if there are different lies that are present for you, that you believe in. And yeah, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.